Welcome to the LEGO City Tour. I'm going to say it's been about 6 or 7 months since the last LEGO City Tour, and I'm really excited to show you what's changed and stayed the same. There's been a lot of progress across all of the city. There's been new districts, an extension, new raised area. So if you've been following along, you're going to have seen these in previous updates. But if you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm glad you found us. Make sure to hit that like button because it really helps the video reach more LEGO fans. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to keep up with future city builds and updates too. So let's jump into the tour and have a look around this LEGO city. So as well as showcasing the LEGO city, I'm going to also talk about some of the changes I want to make to the certain areas that I'm showing. As always, I'm going to start on the left side, which is the town square area. This was the first area that I completed in the LEGO city. In this area, we've got this raised L shape with the town hall taking centre stage here. I really like this row of modular buildings here. I think it's a good lineup of buildings, and having them up here eliminated a couple of the awkward buildings to find a space for, with Assembly Square and the Friends apartment complex being 1.5 base plates wide. I always found them quite difficult to place in the LEGO city. On the other side of the raised L are the Chinese New Year's sets. Now, I do really love these sets. I think they look fantastic, but I might take these out. They take up 3 base plates, which I could use for modular buildings that I think would look a lot better. They'd be a lot taller and they'd be overlooking that square. I just feel like having these Chinese New Year's sets in here currently is just a waste of space, and it would just look so much better with modular buildings on that raised area overlooking that town square, like that back row of modulars. And that also leads me into the next change that I want to make as well. The last building in this town square area is the LEGO Ideas Botanical Gardens from last year. I really love this building. I think it looks absolutely beautiful, and it was really nice in this town square when I first placed it. I obviously put this nice garden area outside of the front, which was a nice addition as well. But one of the problems I find is it's actually hidden behind these 2 buildings at the front, so I can't really see much of the building anyway. So one of the things that I want to do is, well, there's 2 things I want to do to it actually. First is I want to increase the height of it. I've seen obviously instructions on Rebrickable for a method of doing that, but I also want to have it on a raised area too, similar to the raised L that's going around. So I want to make this section a kind of like a raised U shape, and then have the town square in the centre. And then I want to remove these 2 buildings. One of the buildings will go next to the Botanical Gardens on that raised area. And like I say, I'll have this nice raised U, and then I'll have a much smaller section of the town square, and I think it will just look a lot better. It's very busy at the minute. There's a lot going on. I mean, we've got a marketplace going on. There's a statue, couple of statues actually. We've got a monument here, and then we've got the fountain in the in the centre. There's the newsstand. There's also a little burger restaurant in the corner. We've got a carousel on this side here that's hidden actually by the donut shop. I want to take that out. I just place that there for the time being. That is going to come out of there just to allow the carousel to be seen more. But yeah, it's just a lot going on in this area, and it doesn't look bad. I really like this area. There's a lot to see. There's a lot going on. There's minifigures everywhere, scenes all over the place, which I really like. But I think that this area could be a lot better thanks to having that extra raised area with the Botanical Gardens on. I think this area could look a lot better. So those are the changes that I want to make to the area to improve this first section that I did probably around, I'd like to say this time last year I started on the LEGO City in this new room. So a year has passed, you get new ideas, and those are the ideas I'm going to have for this area, and it's going to look a lot better. So with those changes that I do want to make to the town square, it definitely means that these 2 buildings will be coming out, which is a good idea really, because it's going to open up the whole area. Potentially they could go up on this raised area if these Chinese New Year sets come out, and we'll have to see in the future when those changes come into place. And then we also have a train station down here at the edge of the Lego City. This is just a small little train platform that I made up for this side of the Lego City, and then we have the main train station on the other side of the city that you'll see a little bit later on if you hang around, that is. So if we move on to the next section of the Lego City, we have what I like to call the shopping promenade. I did this area, I'm going to say at the end of last year, and I really love it still to this day. I think it's a great area, really nice tile work, and just the modular lineup down here is really good. You've got the Tudor corner, alternative build of the corner garage, double shop mock there at the end. We've got the Grand Emporium, the Lego store, the Palace Cinema. The only ones I'm not happy with is probably Cafe Corner at the end there, and the arcade mock that's just basically hidden away at the end there though. So that's probably not ideal positions for those sets, but for the time being I'm happy to keep them there. So yeah, I'm really liking this area, nothing to change here at all. Then if we come down the road just slightly, we come to the detective's office, one of my favourite modular buildings, and this one acts as a kind of a gateway to the wizarding world of Harry Potter, because behind here I do actually have Diagon Alley just hidden away behind there. I think that's a really good spot for it, just hidden away, no one can see it, but if you do just kind of look through that alleyway of the detective's office, you can see through to Diagon Alley, which is really good. One of the changes I want to make to this area actually is, obviously you can see I've got that kind of skyscraper at the very back. I would love to take that out and replace it with Gringotts. I don't currently have Gringotts, and it's retiring at the end of the year, so it would be a good idea to pick one of those up if I do want to change that out. But I just think that the Gringotts will finish off this Diagon Alley area and look really good as well. And then outside of there, I've just got a kind of mashup of just some Harry Potter characters mixing with Lego City characters. Really like that part of the Lego City. Carrying on down the Lego City, we get to our first side street. So we've got extra road here for more vehicles. The only road I've had previously is this long stretch going all along the front of these modular buildings, right down there to the town square. But now we've got this side road. As you can see, if you follow that, it goes off to a tunnel that has this raised area on the top that we'll check out in a minute. First off, we'll come back down here where I have the corner garage and then show off this absolutely epic school. The modular school, which I got instructions for off of Rebrickable. 3 base plates wide, 14,000 pieces. Looks incredible on the inside and the outside. Absolutely love this building. It looks fantastic in the Lego City, and now I've got that down this street. Then on the other side of the street, on the corner, we have the construction site, one of my favourite modular buildings of all time from the Bricklink designer program. And then a bit further down, we've got what is a bit of a Marvel mashup, starting off with the Sanctum Sanctorum, which leads into the fabulous Daily Bugle, going up all the way there. And then on this raised area, we have a couple more Marvel buildings. These are mocks. The first one is Brick Artisans off of Rebrickable. It's a mock of the Into the Spider-Verse deli with some apartments on the side. And then we have one of my own, which is Nelson and Murdoch, attorneys at law from Daredevil. And we've got Daredevil there on the top there. This is their office from the show. A little spin-off that I come up with, which I'm really pleased of. So this raised area that I put in, it's a half base plate depth. So I'm trying to just get some small buildings to go up there just to cover up that wall and just make it look like the Lego City is continuing on. And I really like this one from Brick Artisan, and I thought I'd just continue that Marvel theme going along here. So in the future I may add another Marvel related building next to the Nelson and Murdoch one, which will be really cool. So all of this section of the Lego City wasn't in my last city tour, so this is all new content based off of the city tours. I've obviously done updates, but for city tours this is all new, which leads us into my next area, which is, I'm going to say, is probably my favourite area. It's my Canal Area outside of the National History Museum that's got the boutique hotel and the police station beside it, but down in front of these three buildings we've got this canal area that's got the tan ingot tiles all along that give it this really nice cobblestone effect, and I really love this area. We've got all of these cherry blossom trees along the canal as well. There's a nice fountain in there. I just really love this area. Opposite those buildings we have the Brick Bank, the Jazz Club and the Fire Brigade. This isn't a bad lineup of buildings. My only problem is these two being the dark red. They kind of clash together. It's hard to distinguish which building is which. But as for this area, yeah, I'm really pleased with this area. It came together really well and I had a lot of fun doing it. And then we've got this raised area along here too, which is empty. We're waiting for buildings there. I've got the Avengers Tower there, but that's just there out of the way for the minute because I needed to clear the table that's behind me. So that's not staying there. We need new buildings to go on there. And then moving down, we have a Lego City train station, just to fill this gap really. Obviously I've got the train track that was coming along the whole front of the Lego City. And then I just wanted to I really like the idea of having the train track go through the centre of this train station. And I had this gap here, so I placed that there, thinking that the track would go around at a bend and link up to my main train station that I'll show you in a minute. But it didn't work out, so for now I've just got a straight track and the train station in between the buildings. The building next to that is our hospital in the Lego City. Absolutely huge and epic hospital. Again, got instructions for this building off of Rebrickable. Built this a few months ago. Really great build. A lot of detail inside. I've done a video on that in the past if you want to go and check that out. But it absolutely looks fantastic. Sorry, the building looks absolutely fantastic. So tall compared to any other building, well, apart from the Avengers Tower, but other than that, it's an incredible modular building that towers over all of the other ones. Definitely towers over the bowling alley next to it. It's very short in comparison, but we just got that place. This is kind of like my last area of the Lego City that I need to work on. Just got base plates, just placed down. Road plates, sorry. All needs tiling in, detail add into it. All of that jazz, minifigures and stuff. And then last building in the Lego City tour is the Brick Cross Station, which is looking a bit sorry for itself out here at the edge of the city with, you know, no one rushing to it, no track going to it really, and just no detail. A bit of a dumping ground, this part of the city, as you can see with the Pick-a-Brick cups, an old finished set there, not finished, sorry. So yeah, a lot of work needs to be done in this part of the Lego City, but looking forward to getting that done, making it all look finished like the rest of the Lego City. So that was the Lego City tour. Thank you very much for watching. Would love to know your thoughts on the Lego City and also the changes that I suggested. What do you think of those? Drop them down in the comments. And also, if you have any suggestions that you want to put my way as well, drop them in there too, and I'll see what I can do. As always, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.